Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Legacy of the Rimlen. We took a week break last time, but we are back. Forewarning, there might be there's a small technical issue that should be hopefully resolved next time, in that there will be no Discord reactions for this episode. But hopefully, you already know us well enough so far to keep track of what's what. So that shouldn't be too big of an issue, but before we go into what happened last time and the episode itself, I would like to ask the lovely people who have joined me as usual to briefly introduce themselves and their character. I rolled some dice in the background, and the dice have decided that we should go full alphabetical today, meaning that we will start with Ashen. Ashen, can you please introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, hi, I'm Ash, and I'm playing as Illona as usual. She is a very sneaky lady who's just been dipping her toes in a not so nice pool, and now she's running for her life because she's hunt.
Yeah, that's one way to say it. Thank you, Ashen. And
Yeah.
and next we would have Deli. Can you please introduce yourself and your character?
Of course. Hello, everyone. I am Deli, and as usual, I am playing Muninn. They are a traveling scholar from the University of Brightland, seeker of knowledge, keeper of secrets.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Deli. And next we would have Show&Tell. Can you please introduce yourself and your character?
Yes. Hi, I'm Show&Tell. I'll be playing as Anghel, a mute peasant boy out looking for his sister and currently practicing a sign language for himself and his friends.
And we were making some progress on that front. Now you can convey basic information and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
all well and good. Thank you very much, Show&Tell. So last time, as Ashen mentioned, sort of before getting into that, you guys were continuing your journey along the road. And as you were approaching the next village over, you were greeted by what looked to be like an old woman hanging out in a tree, who said that you will be tried soon, and that both the old and the new are watching, whatever that might mean. And as you entered, as you entered the village, and you were subjected to a little bit of customs, I suppose, a little girl came up and said that the priest has gone missing. He went to the priest and his daughter, mind. He went to the marshes to the north to find apparently a water witch or something, and he hasn't returned. And that's really bad because he ministers to all the nearby villages, and there's a plague going on, etc., etc. Also, the little girl coughed in Illona's face because that's what little girls do, I suppose. So you guys decided that Illona should go on sort of scouting because above board Ashen has a stunt that allows Illona to get out of any situation scot-free. While she went off, we will visit what Anghel and Muninn were doing in the meanwhile. But basically, the last thing we saw of Anghel and Muninn was Muninn snuck off while Anghel tried to extract information from Joseph, pretty much. But Joseph noticed that Muninn was lurking nearby, and that's why he didn't tell Anghel anything, pretty much. As for Illona, you went to the marshes, and to a village near the marshes. You discovered that all the inhabitants of the village were missing because they were all dead in one of the pools of the marsh. And as you ventured a bit further north, you encountered what looked to be the priest's daughter. Well, at least someone who took that girl's form. She was sort of playing around, inviting you, come on, join me in the pool, and she then tried to murder you. And as you were making your escape, she revealed her true form as the long-anticipated water witch. So, while I turn on the background music, I would like to start this session with Illona, with Ashen once again, because I would like to know where you would be heading, if that makes sense. Ashen, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I think
just to
Illona's.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
just to briefly describe the exact scene of like where we left off last time. The quote-unquote girl tried to make a lunch for you as you were trying to get the sleeping priest up, and you managed to dodge that, and you started running away. And as you turned back, you saw this figure standing in the water, glaring menacingly at you. You use your stunt to escape, and you will escape. What do you do now? Like, what's Illona doing now?
She's running for her life back to Anghel and Muninn. She really wants to get back and tell them what happened.
Makes sense to me. Any detours along the way, or are you just like making a straight path?
I'm making a straight path.
Okay. Then would you agree that we should check up on Anghel and Muninn, because you've been away for like a couple of hours and we should see what they've been up to.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Then, as I remove the things once again, Anghel and Muninn, as you guys were waiting for Illona, you guys were pretty much waiting next to the customs guy. And again, you tried to have a conversation with Joseph that didn't really go anywhere. But other than that, what would you guys be doing in this like 2 to 3 hour waiting period while Illona is off?
Very good question.
Like just above board, I do have like some events that will happen, obviously, but I would also like to hear your guys' input, obviously.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, the whole sign language thing is a very obvious, like that's the first thing that comes to my head.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Yeah.
Either that or in Angel's case, it would be carving something, but
yeah. That's a good question. And I don't know if it's been answered or asked before, but so Anghel can obviously use his stunt to amaze people with carvings. Would you be able to like load that up by carving something beforehand so that you can use it whenever you want? Do you think? Like asking both.
Just in terms of my judgment as DM, not quite. Like in terms of character, Show&Tell Anghel can obviously carve stuff whenever she wants or whenever Anghel wants, but they will not necessarily function as items for the stunt. The idea of the stunt was pretty much in a cartoony fashion. Anghel almost magically, almost instantly makes something perfect. Kind of. Yeah, makes something perfect that is exactly what the other person desires, pretty much.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that answers my question.
And the reason I'm like leaning more towards no, is because stunts are meant to be used like once per session, and I don't want to subvert that in the sense that like, oh, I have 10 figurines stocked up, I'm gonna magically impress 10 people.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
no, that's the kind too far.
100%. No, that makes total sense. In that case, I mean, it's funny because Muninn's been itching to read these books for ages, but it's just never been the right time.
Right. I
Um,
think we brought it up. Maybe I don't know though.
yeah, I think we brought it up last time, but then
Mm-hmm.
it's the whole Joseph situation, and
Yeah.
obviously
The
being
customs guy
being
and
near the
everyone
customs
around.
guy is not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe,
Maybe can
maybe,
sneak off somewhere. No?
yeah, maybe Muninn would like sneak off a little bit towards where Illona would be, or towards where Illona like went.
The village is like sort of right on the riverbank, so if you're going in Illona's direction, you would pretty much directly be crossing into the marsh.
Okay. I feel like that might make sense for Muninn to head in that direction, but not all the way. So
He
like
just needs
Muninn,
they just need a secluded spot mostly.
yeah, Muninn's
Trees or something.
Muninn's going towards Illona's direction, but Muninn isn't trying to meet with her necessarily.
Sure. Like Show&Tell said, you're sort of like hiding in the reeds to read. No pun intended.
Yeah. I guess so. I feel like that's appropriate.
You wouldn't be concerned that, like, marshes are not sanitary places. You wouldn't be concerned that you're maybe like dirtying these very precious books. Your decision either way. I'm just like trying to find out.
Yeah, it's all good. Muninn would be concerned about dirtying themselves as well, let alone the books. But I mean, I feel like maybe they would be holding their satchel, like, or messenger bag or whatever, like above their head a little bit. So like, if the reeds, like, let's say if they come waist height, they would never like let the books go below waist height. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, before you do that, can I get? Because like this, if you want to, you can obviously take the satchel from like the supplies that the horses are carrying, but it's a very noticeable bag. Now there aren't many people around, but basically I would like to have a roll to see if anyone notices this stranger carrying this massive sort of box-shaped bag.
Yeah.
So I will ask you to do me a sneaky roll if you like. But before you roll, Anghel, would you like to assist him in some way, or is Muninn more on his own? Their own, my bad.
Anghel can help, sure.
Can you describe how?
I have a way, but then I would let you. I mean, if you have another way, if you think of a way, then we'll go with that.
Yeah, I'm just like, is it like helping against Joseph in particular, or anyone who might notice?
Anyone in general.
Oh, okay.
Like there aren't many people out on the quote unquote streets because there's a plague going on, but there's still some people.
Yeah, I was thinking if it's against Joseph in particular, then maybe Muninn, not Muninn, maybe Anghel would like would strike up a conversation, but like obviously not literally.
Yeah, distract.
Yeah, distract. Yeah. But if it's against everyone, I guess it's just a case. Well, Anghel's a tall guy, so like maybe Anghel could shield Muninn in a way because of how tall he is.
That's, I guess, the simplest way to do anything.
Sure. Then Muninn, can you roll a sneaky with a +1 from Anghel, and I will roll a more or less generic careful.
Okay. Not a great roll. Oh, interesting.
It's a tie. Tie on an overcome means you succeed at a negative cost or you fail.
Okay.
You can also spend fate points, obviously, to improve the roll.
Yeah. I might have a gander at I was gonna say Dely's. I might have a gander at Muninn's aspects. Maybe I'd like to spend a fate point because Muninn, their negative is that they're very distrusting and secretive, so that they spend they be extra careful in concealing this bag.
Okay, so are you spending a fate point?
Yes.
Which aspect are you invoking? My bad, if I didn't hear it.
Okay, sorry. It's the is very distrusting.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When you said that, I thought you were like using it as part of a sentence, not like quoting. the
Right.
aspect. My bad.
Sorry, that's my bad.
No worries. So yeah, with that improved roll, you succeed. Above board, like I obviously won't invest my own fate points in this, but above board, I was thinking that the negative cost would be you trip and potentially drop one of the books in the water.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
definitely not.
But you are safe and sound. While this is happening, just for context's sake, Joseph has just been like in his own mental space, like pondering stuff on his own, because it's been a long few days.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't particularly paying attention to you and you potentially sneaking off with the books. This was just more to see if like any of the townspeople might notice.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool. Well, I feel like in that case, after successfully taking the satchel, Muninn would turn to Anghel, and they would say like, I'm gonna walk off. Like, well, they wouldn't say it, but like they would maybe like they would practice signing in a way, which in a way that tells Anghel what they're doing, but like it's like a practice, like it's practicing at the same time. So like Muninn would sign, I'm just going that way. Don't mention the books.
Okay, and I was like, I mean, I don't know. I will say yes. What can you say to that? Sure.
Just like nod, like yeah.
But he was nodding the whole time.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah, that works. I feel like even though Muninn's like gone over to like sneak a glimpse at the books, they probably still don't even really have enough time to read them anyway. Illona's on her way.
Like you have a couple hours.
Oh, okay.
Just taking a look at my notes. Did I seriously not write down which books you got?
Oh no, that's not good because I recently reset my PC too, so I don't even have them either. One of them was about the history of everything. That was definitely
right. You got one of the luxurious books that you got was a history of everything, but like it was a very old book, and it's written in Old Narodi, which is a very difficult language. You would know it, but it's difficult to decipher.
And
go ahead.
I feel like the second one, either we didn't really come to an agreement, or not an agreement, but like a consensus of what it was, or
it was like I remember that it was like the one we were just speaking about was like gold plated, and this one was smaller and silver plated.
Yes, and it might have been about languages, or we might not.
That's what I remember.
Sure.
What about languages?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with making it about languages.
Okay, cool. Because that's what for ages that's what I was excited to like, because I wasn't sure whether or not we had agreed or come to a consensus of what it was about. So that's what I was excited for, like for ages, like for weeks.
I get what you mean. Yeah. Well, before we return to Anghel, which one of the two would you be reading?
I feel like Muninn would probably make a start on the History of Everything book initially.
Can you give me a clever to see how well you understand the language? Because it's not a language that you use very often.
Okay. Just to confirm as well, would my
yes, it would apply.
Okay, good. So clever roll. Ooh, very nice.
Okay.
Nice.
You haven't practiced your old Norodi in a while, but for one reason or another, like all the lessons your eccentric teacher imparted onto you, you suddenly remember them, and the book is as easy to decipher as if it were written in probably not your mother tongue, but like something close to it.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
As to the contents of the book, it is, as I mentioned, a history of everything, but it's an older book, meaning that it's not so much like how you would understand modern history books, but rather like, oh, since the maker created the world, this stuff has happened, and there were these ancient emperors, etc., etc. Like, it tends to be very vague and preachy. Not like it's like some of the information is perhaps new to you, or like at the very least a different perspective from what you're used to, but you realize that it's not like a traditional history book that us modern people would be used to, but rather a mix of history and religion and just like a general advice on how to live a good life.
That makes sense. That's really interesting. And I suppose that's like not in a negative way, but I guess that's like quite typical of like
Medieval chronicles, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Hell yeah. That's really interesting.
Now, you got a very good roll, so like whatever you're interested in, I will tell you. Inconveniently, there isn't like a table of contents or something. It's a like beautifully made but hand drawn, not drawn. I don't know, written, I suppose, manuscript.
Okay, cool. So, are you asking like what bit do I look at specifically?
Yeah, like again, there isn't a table of contents to like help orient you, but you get the gist that it's written in chronological order from the beginning of everything to about 300 years ago.
Okay. I feel like Muninn would probably read a page or two of like the first, like they would probably skim through the whole book, but then like actually read the first page of the book. So like starting from the beginning.
The very first page is a prayer that may this book be well received and may it inform the reader, pretty much. And so you probably skip to the second page, which is a bunch of quotes from the Holy Book, only that they're somewhat different from what you remember them. Like it's a different church tradition.
Oh, interesting.
But you'd recognize the traditional making of the world story, how it was made in 7 days, and that's why the seventh day is holy, etc., etc. Like more or less stuff that you would already know but told differently.
Okay. I feel like that would be a good foundation for like I feel like that would be good enough to set the scene of what the book's about. Well, not about, but like how the reading experience would be. So maybe Muninn would like set it away, like put it away for now, and then that would be it.
I'll mention that it is like beautifully made, like you clearly made off with like a work of art. Like every page has like a hand painted miniatures, the technical term, but basically a small painting.
Lovely. Every frame a painting.
Page.
Well, yeah, I guess every page a painting. Nice. Sweet. I feel like that would probably be like enough to sate Muninn's appetite for now.
You definitely get the inkling that if you were to sell it, it would be worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Although that's never going to happen. Not until Muninn reads all of it.
Sure. I wasn't necessarily saying in the sense of Muninn you should sell it, but rather don't let
Like,
anyone
if I
see it.
did. Yeah. That makes sense. 100%. Sweet. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I'm glad that I was. I've been looking forward to this. I'm glad that like we were able to read a little bit of it.
Are you also studying the other book?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Again, maybe Muninn would skim over the first couple of page or two of the other book, if they had time.
The first page, as with the other one, it's a prayer that may this book be well received, may it enlighten the reader, etc., etc. So you skip to the second page, and you quickly realize it's sort of like an introduction by the author, who's anonymous, but the author is basically saying that this is a book to help young monks learn the languages that these books are written in, so that they know how to properly transcribe the words, that they don't make any errors, etc., etc. And you very quickly realize, oh, if I can use this book to, you no longer need it because you roll very well, but I could have used this book to translate the other book, for instance.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Specifically talks about Narodi, Romi, and Incuna, and all of these are languages that you know.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll.
I suppose there'll also be like a couple pages about your native language, Taiski, but you sort of realize that the author doesn't really know your language. Like it has some pretty glaring errors.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I'll probably next time I get a chance to read them, I'll probably read them in the opposite order. So I'll read this book first. But yeah, that's cool. These seem useful and interesting.
Glad they could be, I suppose. But meanwhile, Anghel, what are you doing? Like I said, there will be stuff that will happen, but you haven't reached that chronological point yet. So, what are you doing?
Well, the one thing that came to my mind is now that Muninn is gone, I can maybe Angel can maybe ask Joseph to
tell that story that he's been unintentionally teasing, more rather being teased with for the entire time.
That.
Okay. How do you approach Joseph? Like to open up about that?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I guess he's just kind of casually sitting beside him, kind of.
Joseph is currently like off in his own world. Like,
Yeah.
if you sit beside him, he'll like glance at you, but not like acknowledge you further.
So I really have to like extract it from him. I wonder how I did it last time. How Angel did it.
It was basically like, what was, you basically signed to him like, what was the story of that thing that happened before? And Joseph got the message, but he didn't tell you because he noticed Muninn was lurking about.
Because Muninn. Okay, so I guess I could do the same thing here. Kind of, draw his attention by, I guess, tapping him on the shoulder or something. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Yes, boy? My boy, or rather, that's what he would say. My bad.
And then Angel can kind of sign that to him.
You see him like immediately look down and let out a loud sigh, and he'll like take a look around and not notice Muninn, but he'll ask, "Where'd the other one go?"
Yeah, boy.
Angel will like kind of vaguely kind of point, so like say like kind of far away, something.
Like, are you pointing the specific direction or just in general he's far away?
No, kind of vaguely, kind of like I don't think he's pointing in the direction that Muninn actually went. But...
Okay. And then Joseph will sigh and say, "Well, I really do. I do suppose I should tell you. Well, do you... Well, obviously you remember our host from last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to sort of cut a long story short, a long time ago, very long time ago, before I met Willa, we were in love with the same woman, and
Okay.
when her parents found out about me specifically, she was killed.
Oh,
What? What? Angel's looking shocked right now.
You see him tearing up.
What does that mean? Wow.
So
Okay.
you understand why it was a bit awkward last night.
Okay, he's not going to elaborate, is he?
If you have questions, feel free to ask.
Man. It feels so cruel.
But he is currently like on the verge of crying.
Okay, no, I do feel like Angel would be like, what happened? Like, kind of trying to understand. Kind of.
You know, you and Willa really are good people, Anghel, and I truly love and cherish you both for that. But the world is not always as filled with good people, and some people aren't willing to accept someone like me in their family.
Okay. Angel's like frowning. Okay, and then I guess he's signing like, why was she killed? Like, or something. That.
because and like now he gets a bit angry because some, I don't know, idiots, monsters, I don't know how you would call it, think that honor, so-called honor, is more important than the life of their own family. My presence dishonored her, dishonored their family, apparently, in their eyes.
Oh no. Okay. I think Angel has a lot to think about right now. He's kind of shocked, to be honest. I think though, overall, like he doesn't really have more to ask, like anything pressing to ask.
He'll say, you shouldn't worry about the letter we got from Miron. He was probably the only one who came to my defense when that happened. And tried to, defend her as well for obvious reasons.
Above board. What an asshole, though. Why did you bring it up? Okay, fine.
Because he's a politician.
Like, what? It wasn't really Joseph's fault. Whatever. Everyone's blaming it, I guess. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Yikes, though.
It's a very complicated relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like Angel's like very, like he kind of seem like you said before that Joseph was in his own world, so now Angel's kind of, kind of starting to, like, he's just kind of musing about this himself, I guess.
And after a short while, Joseph will say, Anghel, I know you and I aren't, not on the greatest terms, but at the very least, I'm very thankful that, the reason you dislike me is not the reason I was disliked by those other people.
Wow. Okay. Angus kind of, giving him like a look. He's still thinking about this. He's very rattled, I feel like.
And no matter what happens, I promise to do what's best for you and for Willa, whatever the cost.
Oh, above board, I just gotta say that Joseph was I just really like him. Like, I don't know, the fact that he was kind of aware of the fact that Anghel didn't like him, but still pretended. So, I don't know.
And all the more reason why he doesn't like Muninn and Illona. He thinks they're really bad influences.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he will say anything more unless asked.
Yeah, I feel like Anghel wouldn't say anything either. I think they're just maybe just sitting silence, kind of each in their own thoughts, maybe.
Oh.
I think at this point, Muninn, you would have finished your reading if you're thinking of returning.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure. If you return, you would see. Well, you would probably see their backs, not their fronts, but you'll probably see Anghel and Joseph looking pretty depressed.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless them. Maybe Muninn would, when Muninn approaches, they would look to Anghel specifically and sign like, is everything okay? As long as like there's enough like sign language between them to like actually say that.
I think that's a simple enough phrase.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Anghel would. I think Anghel would say kind of yes,
Okay.
because he doesn't want to get into it. I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, maybe it's not necessary. Actually, I was going to say, Muninn would put the satchel back on the horses. It's probably not necessary, so Muninn wouldn't do it.
I mean, it's currently in your hand and in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm. Can we? So the books, are they back in the satchel, like hidden-ish?
If they wanted to be, sure.
Yes, absolutely.
If you're placing the satchel back on the horse, well, first off, are you?
That depends. Probably not. I don't know if it's necessary.
Well,
But-
it's a very noticeable bag, and it was.
Yeah. Also, it's really heavy. I don't know if he wants to like.
Yeah. Okay.
kinda
Would
hang
it
around with
would
that.
it be another sneak roll if I did?
I would have you roll a sneaky, but not for like going undetected. Rather, the sneaky will be, well, the result will be the difficulty someone would then need to beat in order to find the books. Make sense? So if you, if you roll a sneaky and you get like a 2, then whomever like inspects your bags next will need to get a 2 to find the books. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Above board, the previous difficulty was 5.
Okay. Is this another thing that I could get assistance from Anghel?
If you want.
Anghel?
Yeah, you could help with that.
Okay, perfect. Cool. In which case, should I roll now or?
Yeah. If you're placing the books there.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no!
That is very horrible. Could I re-roll? But before I do that, I'm gonna have a look at my my sheet again.
Yes, you can. Though, just something to keep in mind. You got a 0. Your sneaky is a 1. So basically, you got a minus, but that's you're more or less very close to the average. Make sense? So re-rolling can also be a risk, but it's entirely up to you.
Okay.
I need to get a 5 before.
Yeah.
Because
Interesting.
because Illona hit them.
Oh. Shit.
Okay. Okay. Well, hang on. Well, how's I accidentally closed the Roll20 tab. Sorry. How's Angel's sneaky? I've been
2. So,
it's probably too late to get Anghel to do it anyway. So I would probably.
It's not too late. It's just that basically you're gonna be fiddling with like the bags on the horse, and it will be noticeable.
Okay. Well, I'll probably try and do a re-roll. If I can reuse an aspect, I'd probably use the Munin's Trouble. But if not, then I would use.
The only instance where you cannot reuse aspects if it's for the same role. So currently you are able to.
Okay, perfect. In which case, I'd use Munin's Trouble, which is very very distrusting and secretive.
Mm-hmm. Then please reroll.
It's not so bad.
nice.
Yeah.
Currently a 4. We are currently at a 4.
Yeah, I'm really tempted to use another fate point, but what does?
If
add on.
Sure. Just keep in mind that if you are out of fate points, you are obligated to accept any and all compels.
Yeah. What does everyone else think? Ashen and Show&Tell.
Well, I don't know. Do you want to risk it?
I think, to be honest, yes. Like the goblin in my brain is thinking, like, I really want to keep these books safe, and if I get compelled to do something, that's going to be either hilarious or interesting.
That's
Yes.
true.
I agree.
But what do you think? Like, if you think, like, honestly, if you want to rein me in, like, go ahead. But if not, I'm going to use an aspect.
I mean, you made some very convincing points there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I'm gonna. Can I use another fate point? Can I use another fate point? And the aspect that I'd be invoking is Munin's high concept, keeper of secrets, seeker of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Are you using it to improve your roll or to reroll?
Excuse me. I'm using it to improve my roll.
Okay, then we would be at a 6. And let me write that down on that note. Okay, so it takes a lot of mental effort, I suppose, but you manage to hide it even better than before.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Puzzle Tov.
Okay. What do you do as you continue to wait?
I feel like now is a good time to practice sign language. I don't know about. I don't know what you're thinking. Show&Tell.
Sure. Like if you're up to it, for sure. I was just thinking, like, what do you do? What kind of games can you play? Like, while you wait. I kind of imagine it like.
I don't know, but like it's annoying because the language book is probably really good for this sort of thing, but maybe.
Anghel, like the games like you probably know a few basic gambling games, but games usually means dancing.
Dancing?
Dancing.
Let's go. I was kind of thinking like skipping stones or something, but we don't really have. I mean, it's a marsh. It's not really.
I mean, there's a river going through it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could just work on the sign language. I don't know.
Sure thing. And as you begin to do that, first question: do you also invite Joseph to participate?
I wonder, like, I feel like Anghel wants to kind of distract himself from what he just heard, maybe? I wonder, though. Will he feel guilty, though?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's a good thing to like change the subject, as it were.
Oh, like, so include him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, okay. Sure, we'll include him.
Joseph seems a little bit out of it, but if you were to spring that invitation, he would like snap out of it for a little bit and join you guys.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
And as you do that, you will see that someone is approaching on the road, the same road that you guys came from, a lone rider. And I will put their token on screen in a little bit. But that rider is like, he looks like a very handsome young man, and he is currently stopped by like the customs guy, and they seem to be talking. Do you do anything while I put the guy's token on screen?
Ooh, shiny.
He is.
Yeah. Prince Charming. I don't know if Muninn would do anything in particular, but they would keep an eye on this new.
I feel like Anghel might be a little entranced, kind of be like,
Yeah.
"Whoa."
Maybe like if Muninn realizes like Anghel isn't paying attention to the sign language like lessons, they would be like, "Hey, like, come on, this is for your benefit."
I'm sorry. And try to avoid looking at the guy because he can't really like, well, I can't look away from that. Okay.
Eventually, after a couple minutes, during which he talks with the customs guy and pays the customary bribe as usual, he rides on and actually looks at you guys and trots straight towards you.
Well, okay.
And he smiles broadly and waves at you and says, "Oh, hello there."
I'm just looking at Muninn.
Hello there.
Joseph will also say, "Oh, hello," and he will say, I come from the Eastern Empire to slay a dragon. Do you know where I may find it?"
What?
A dragon? Muninn would say, "A dragon?" Like,
Muninn, also the term Eastern Empire makes no sense to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Eastern Empire. Okay. What the heck?
I think you're in the wrong place to be slaying a dragon.
No, I've heard the rumors. I'm on a mission from my future father-in-law. He promised me the hand of his daughter.
I mean, you might find a few lizards about, but I mean, no dragons. You realize those are myth and legend. I assume they are above board.
Yeah.
He nods and says, "Well, of course." And then he will start looking through his satchel, and eventually he will pull out something that I will ask you guys to give me a moment to put on screen.
Well, of course. What does that mean? Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
He will pull out this decapitated head.
Oh my god!
What? You're kidding me?
Holy shit! If Muninn had a drink, they would be spitting it out right now.
Joseph has a WTF look on his face. You killed an old woman? Oh, no, this was... He puts it back. This was one of your companion's trials, and, well, They failed, so I cleaned up their mess.
Oh, what?
If that's all right, I think Muninn would ask, like, do you realize, like, who that is?
Yeah,
You
the
realize-
mother of the forest, of course. She's well known.
What? Wait, so there's a dragon now too? Okay.
Maybe.
No.
I won't always be here to clean up your messes, by the way.
Okay.
Hang on a minute. Our messes, like Muninn would say, like. Or is that what he said?
That's what he said, yeah. Your messes.
Okay. Our messes. You realize you killed the mother of the forest?
Yes, and I did this land a good.
I don't know, like, I feel like Muninn would be speechless. Like, they would probably look to Anghel, like, in disbelief, like, what?
I guess they're pulling his hair out right now.
Yeah. This guy must be a little bit, like, this guy must be quite powerful to kill the mother of the forest, no?
Yikes.
He says, well, this time it was 3 people opening a box. In all times it was just 1 woman, but now that the box is opened, people like me have to clean up the mess.
Wait. What box? Did we open a box? Or was it figurative?
I feel like maybe Anghel would Anghel sign that to Muninn?
I don't know.
Joseph just looks bewildered.
Yeah.
I don't think I was asking as Anghel
Okay.
about board, I think.
I feel like because my first thing, like, out of character was like Muninn would ask, like, what box were you talking about?
Well,
Like above board, I'm thinking like immediate, like
Pandora's box?
yeah, Pandora's box.
Yeah, but okay.
and when you ask that, he says, it's more of a metaphor this time, but open it you did.
We did.
Okay. Yeah,
But
Anghel
we-
wouldn't get that though. Would
Yeah.
would any of us get the reference? I don't know.
I don't know.
Moon and roll me a clever, but it'll be a very difficult roll.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Clever. Where is that? There it is.
Ooh.
What?
I was gonna give it on a critical success only. I'm sorry, even though it's a good roll.
Oh no. Okay.
But
so we don't know.
you do, at the very least, you get the inkling that it's probably related to some weird mythological stuff like the Mother of the Forest also was.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just like completely lost.
So we know. We don't really know that it's like. Sorry, I don't really know where I was going with that. I was going to say we don't really know what it's about, but above board we can speculate.
Above
Yeah.
that, of course, you can speculate. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of do know.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Maybe Muninn would outright ask, like, because Muninn would be looking towards Anghel this whole time.
Joseph is also here, by the way, so be careful what you spill.
Mm.
Yeah. I was gonna say I wouldn't mention in front of Joseph. I wouldn't mention anything about the orb, but Muninn would ask, like, what do you mean we've opened a box? Like, is this to do with, like, what do you mean?
He sighs like you're asking an obvious question, and he says, you went somewhere where you probably shouldn't have gone, and well, now there's a whole mess, and one of you is making it worse, and well, it is what it is.
One of
Oh.
us.
Above board, I know who he's talking about, but
Oh, right.
Yay.
Muninn would say, like, maybe Muninn would look to Anghel, and then, well, I mean, hang on, let me have a look. Oh, Illona's got the orb. I was going to say Muninn would look to Anghel and then look to the orb, but Muninn would look to Anghel and then maybe like sign. This is probably going to be a new sign to Anghel, but Muninn would make like a circle shape with their hands, and
So,
then be like,
okay. I think Anga can get that.
yeah,
Anga would kind of
Like-
nod. I think he feels kind of guilty. I feel like he's looking at his feet, being like,
yeah, 100%. But maybe Muninn would look to this guy and be like, "How do you know so much?"
Oh, I've always known. How do you not know?
How-
okay, so I'm curious. Like, it's above board again, but I'm curious about what the whole story was about. His getting married to whatever about the dragon. What the hell was?
He is a servant of the Eastern Emperor, and the Eastern Emperor promised him his daughter in marriage if he slays a dragon.
Okay.
That is
Uh-huh.
rumored to be. At least he's going in the right direction somewhere. At least.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Okay. So this emperor that we don't know of, that Muninn doesn't know of, at least. I mean,
Yeah.
that even Muninn doesn't know of.
Anghel, you've probably heard a bunch of folk stories about. You've probably heard this exact folk story about a young man being sent to slay a dragon as he was promised by the Eastern Emperor. To Muninn,
okay.
makes no sense.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's part of the it's part of like a local myth, kind of.
Yeah, it's folklore. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
So
We have two myths, or whatever, however many, fighting each other at this point. Kind of. I mean, like we have one part of a myth taking care of the other part of, I don't know, of
I mean,
other myths.
he also mentioned that he won't always be there to quote clean up your messes.
Okay, but it's interesting. It's interesting because sorry.
no, you go. I'm interrupting you.
Just that, like, it's interesting because we made these things happen, and we kind of, I mean, brought to life like the solution to the or part of a solution or something. Someone that would clean up after us. I mean, it's kind of weird. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's like what? What's it like? Who is this man? I feel like Muninn would ask like, on the way, like, I mean, Muninn would probably not care about Joseph's like presence because up until this point, Muninn has been cautious of what they would say and do.
He's just like looking between the three of you, like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, but Muninn would ask like, so the lady in the tree, like, are you related to her in any way?
Mhm.
Oh no, but I met her. I met her too. She told me what a dragon might be. A lovely lady. You should listen to her.
So where did she say the dragon might be?
Far to the west, over the mountains and the seas, and over 1,000 countries over.
So near Brightland, like
Wow.
Muninn would say.
I don't know where that is, good sir.
Well, I don't suppose you're well traveled. Have you traveled to the west before?
No. This is the first time my first time leaving the Eastern Emperor's kingdom.
Okay. Well, Muninn would say I'm from the west, and I mean,
Oh, have you? How's your emperor?
above board there is no emperor, is there?
Above board,
Like,
there
the
is
West.
an emperor of your country, but it's more of a symbolic title, and I think you would be pretty sure that like the emperor he's looking for is not the one you're thinking of.
Okay. Maybe Muninn would somehow convey that, but like, Muninn would reciprocate that and say like what you said basically, but in their own words.
Then I probably will have to travel further west. Well, time's a wasting, good sirs. He like nods his head towards all of you, and he says, "My name. You're gonna find this bizarre, but this is like the literal translation. My name's Handsome Infant,
What?
known in English as Prince Charming."
Considered English.
Infants, though. Why?
No way.
Okay.
Okay.
And he bows his head towards all of you, and you say, till we ever meet again." And he kicks his horse to move along.
Okay, now I wonder if the dragon is real, or is it,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
if it's,
really,
or if it's just whatever. I
I
don't
really want to know. I really want to know.
know. That was interesting.
Do you think it would be a good idea for Muninn to stop him and be like, "Wait, like, let's like go with you?
Ooh.
With him?
Like we'll help you with the dragon if you just like wait for a minute." Or do you think that's not really like
We could try. I mean, what do we have to lose?
it does, yeah, it does get in the way of. I feel like it might get in the way of Anghel finding his sister, though.
Oh,
Maybe. Is that not like? Would that not be the case? I don't know.
I would not
I
like.
mean, the geographical directions he mentioned are extremely vague.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. What does everyone think? Like I'm interested to like I'm interested to be like, hey, wait a minute, we'll help you if you let us like if dragons are real, like we'll help you. But like I don't know, it's like a democracy.
I mean,
Go ahead.
yeah, I just wonder, like, I mean, because Angel's definitely going to go where he's like to the prince or whatever. So
Yeah.
the question is, if this guy is going to go with us. Probably not. I feel like I don't know.
Maybe it's worth asking. Like, Muninn would ask, like, "Hey, we'll come with you and help with the dragon thing, but we also have our own quest."
He'll look at you and say, well, old lady Hurka told me that I'm supposed to find some companions, but I don't believe you're any of them. You're not bird wide length, are you?
Good one thing.
Huh?
Bird wide length in one
Yeah.
word.
Muninn would
Just
probably
say
like,
yes.
yeah. Muninn would look between like Muninn and Anghel, and then be like, "Well, we have one other person with us, and maybe between us we'd be bird wide length. Like, how big's the bird?
What bird?
The bird? Didn't you ask the bird wide length?
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh.
He's got
well,
arms as wide as a bird.
Wow. Okay.
to be honest, that does fit Muninn's description a little bit. Like, Muninn's all about birds.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I mean, Muninn would say, like, well, I mean, I'm very attuned to ravens.
Anghel, you would recognize bird wide length as a folktale character.
Okay.
What did you say, Dely? My
Uh-huh.
bad.
I was gonna say like Muninn's very like attuned to ravens, which is obviously like a bird.
That's so funny. Someone doesn't know about this character, right?
No, Muninn's taking it very literally.
Above board, it's a children's story, so
Yeah.
he would
Okay.
he would not know.
It's just funny to me that Anghel would be like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah, Muninn would be like, "Oh, I've got black clothes, and I like the ravens and stuff. They're pretty cool. I like Edgar Allan Poe and shit."
Imagine Anghel be standing there, with those eyes where they're like lines and little dots, kind of.
Muninn be like, "What?" I just like ravens. They're sick. I mean, I look like one.
Just looking at giving him a look, kind of being like,
Yeah.
Joseph, I don't think you've ever seen a more WTF face than what Joseph is expressing. Prince Charming, because handsome infant just sounds awkward in English, will like shake his head and say, "Well, I don't know. Do you know where always hungry and always thirsty are?" Also, folktale characters, Anghel.
yeah, that sounded like it.
I feel like Muninn would shut up and then look to Anghel.
Anghel would. I don't know. Would point west somewhere, I guess. Because he has no idea.
He smiles very earnestly at you and says, thank you very much." And he'll kick his horse to continue on his way, this time at a faster pace because he feels enthusiastic.
Anghel's just shrugging to himself. Like, whatever. I don't know. I didn't want to deal with that.
Is he gone then?
He is going away at a fairly fast pace.
Okay. I feel like Muninn would just accept it and be like, "Okay, he's going. Bye bye."
Joseph will say, "What on earth just happened?"
Muninn would shrug and then look to like.
I feel like Anghel would make the crazy sign next to his head, which is his benefit.
I suppose so. And if anyone, actually, never mind. Time will pass, during which time, Ashen, are you still with us?
Yeah.
You are free to rejoin your friends at this point.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm out of the one-person jail.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
How do you approach your friends, keeping in mind that you just waded through a swamp and a pool of cadavers?
Well, do I have a perfect stunt for that, or do I not? I do. I'm gonna use Must Have Been the Wind, so I can get rid of any immoral acts I've committed. Nobody will notice that.
I mean, you haven't committed any immoral or illegal acts. I guess, are you referring to jumping into the pool of cadavers as immoral, I guess? I guess it would be.
Yeah.
I guess it would be.
I think it's pretty immoral.
Okay, so you managed to wash off all the blood and gore, but the mud and just dirt of the swamp is still on you.
Yeah, that's good enough. I guess Illona would be very panicked and catching her breath as she's trying to communicate what she saw, and that there was indeed a water witch, and that she found the priest, but she couldn't get hold of him, and she don't know if he's still alive or if he's dead right now.
Joseph will say, just before anyone else, Illona, was it? Well, let me ask you a question, but please don't feel offended. Is it possible you just ingested something in the swamp?
What do you mean?
Your tale is insane, quite frankly, and I think it makes more sense that you've probably seen something that you shouldn't have.
She like waves her hand like, "Oh, I remember. He's not superstitious," and then like turns her eyes to Anghel and Muninn.
I kind of get this bizarre urge to just kind of fill him in on everything, just to have him stop being like so.
Also, above board, you've basically like just ignored question, like you've left him on red pretty much.
Yeah.
He looks a mixture of mildly annoyed and concerned.
Okay. I think Angel's catching her panic a little, like, because we know it's not crazy talk.
So you do take me seriously. Nice.
Yeah, there was this silence. You know, when he talked, I was like, did anyone hear me? I don't know. So what are we doing? I mean, like on the one hand, we just had like this complaint from someone about the fact that we leave messes behind. On the other hand, do we really want to deal with it though? Oh. I vote no.
Just above board, no matter what the NPCs or whoever says, stick true to your character and what your character would do. I, the DM, will never like pressure you to follow any particular story or do any particular thing. The world might pressure you, but the I don't know. I don't know how to call it. I will never force you to do anything, and please do not feel forced to do anything. It's just that some people in the world would very much rather you do or not do certain things.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm just like really, weighing the options. Because Illona like doesn't know about this handsome infant. Oh my god, that's so good.
No, but
for simplicity, let's just call him Prince Charming.
Refuse. So should we go back to her and potentially get the priest back, or I don't know, is it better to just run?
The priest, right? Because we were told the priest might help us out like Miku did.
Yeah.
And also like the pest in the city.
Yeah, that too. I guess. I don't know. Ugh.
Teeironor,
Hello.
is Illona feeling any symptoms? I'm just like a bit curious because she got cuffed in the face and then she had a not so nice bath. Is she feeling fine?
Give me a second.
Sure.
I genuinely have to look something up on the internet before I answer that.
Oh,
How long it takes for the symptoms to kick in. Or something. That's my guess.
probably.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Oh wow.
No, she's not okay, or no, she's not feeling anything.
She's not feeling anything.
Okay.
Well, except
Yes.
very dirty.
Okay, I don't think, like, overall, I don't think Anghel really wants to confront the water witch right now, but I don't know. For the priest, for the plague, for the people. He feels a little guilty. Maybe if he's being, convinced to do it. Kind of.
Illona would like put her hands on Anghel and Muninn and kind of pull them aside from Joseph, just like into a little group,
Joseph
If
has
everybody's okay with that.
Joseph has this. I don't know how to describe the pose, but he like lifts up his arms like WTF.
Yeah. I'd like lean down so Joseph doesn't hear and ask, I have a crazy idea. Like this orb, some entity in it like that has control over both healing and like pest wants sacrifices, like wolves and eagles. This is a shot in the dark, but should we just ask for help with him and potentially also get some help with the water witch if we decide to deal with her?
Also above board, remember that the old woman recommended you pray to a different
Right.
god.
I was thinking about that. But
Oh,
we don't know
yeah.
how to get to that other god.
The old woman said that he is very fond of horse sacrifices.
Mhm.
Oh, right. And we didn't want to sacrifice.
We have a couple of horses on us.
Oh,
And
no.
we also have a very angry boyard on us.
Mhm.
Mm.
Is there any horses like in the city other than ours?
Can you give me a careful check?
Eh?
You don't see any. Now,
Oh.
I will mention that you haven't done like a proper thorough search of the village. This is rather at a glance. Are there any houses that look they might have horses? No, doesn't look like it.
Oh, no.
Does that make
But we
sense?
know there's a we know there's a Prince Charming though with the horse. Time for some new enemies.
Oh, can we still see him? I don't know.
If you're to look in like the direction you went, you would not see anyone. Well,
That's
you will
too
not.
bad.
I mean,
You will not see him.
That's so funny. It's like, okay, dude, we're taking your horse. I don't know. Go through a dragon with the on your feet or something.
Funnily enough, something like that did happen in the folktale.
hey!
It goes exactly according to plan. Okay.
Ooh, let's go for it.
His horse was stolen and killed, and he revives it near the end.
Oh wow, he revives it.
It's
that's
a
handy.
tale for children with lots of fantastical elements.
Mhm. A dragon for one.
I, for one, am so tempted to like jump on my horse and go after it and steal it now.
Go
Just
after
because
him?
of that.
I think he disappeared though. Like I think he. I'm not sure though. I don't think. I don't know. So what are we doing?
Does Muninn think?
No thoughts, head empty. I'm not really sure.
Like it seems to be either to sacrifice one of our horses, yikes,
Yes.
or not call on that god, and I don't know, either go our own way or deal with a witch somehow.
Above board, you can also ask like the other deities that you are aware of for help. It's just that you were recommended that particular one as being the most potentially helpful.
And then we were told that we should listen to her.
Yeah.
That's what Prince Charming said, but the old lady basically said that you should pay your respects to the gods, whether they be old or new.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there are any like that we know of old that would be useful. I don't know. There's the horse one, and then there's the cow one.
and the wolf one. The wolf one would be, like Illona said, would be pretty.
Patron of poetry, knowledge, archery, disease, healing, and the sun.
That exactly.
I'm interested in the healing part.
Yeah. I'm also interested because like I don't know if this is unrelated or not, but this city or whatever seems very plagued. So I'm thinking like, would it be relevant because like just because you're the god of plague doesn't mean that you give plague all the time. Does it also mean that you take it away?
Yeah.
Sometimes?
Probably. I mean, it definitely seems to be in this realm, like in this god's realm of,
Yeah.
both healing and disease. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad that I'm not just like spouting bullshit. I'm you know.
No, I mean you weren't. So I guess we just need to find a wolf or a hawk. A hawk? A eagle? I don't know.
Wolves or hawks, yeah. That's what
Okay.
he mentioned he's fond of.
Well, out we go into the woods.
Okay. Is that what we decided to do then?
I'm up for it.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh. Badass montage music coming up.
Are we all heading there together? And what about Joseph? We all just became like animal killers.
Yes.
Or in potential anyway.
If Joseph wants to be part of the cool club, he better be willing to break a few eggs, you know?
Yeah, definitely. He can do whatever he likes, I think. If he comes with us, fine. If he doesn't, fine.
I just sort of imagined a scene like you guys deliberately excluded him from like your conversation and then suddenly you're headed somewhere without saying a word. What's your idea?
I wonder, do you mind if like Anghel tells him everything? Seriously?
If anyone were to tell him, it would be you, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be best. It would sound best coming from Anghel.
Yeah. So maybe Anghel can stay behind, kind of fill him in.
Yeah.
And hope for the best. And then after he freaks out and I don't know what, we can join you. Possibly.
Yeah.
Or not.
Well,
I guess we'll see.
First of all, Anghel, would you like to see how well you do in explaining and convincing Joseph?
Okay, yeah.
I guess for the explaining part, I will require...
Oh. Okay, I don't know. Should I go this far? Should I borrow the orb to show him?
What if he breaks it?
No, I'm not gonna. He's not gonna let him touch it. Just
okay.
I don't know. Because I think like the most convincing thing like is to actually show it to him.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be fully convinced, but I'll let you have the orb. It can be moved, transferred.
Like I wonder though if you. Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay. Then I guess we're doing it.
Okay. Give me a careful for the explanation and I'll roll to oppose.
Okay, shit. Let's do this. Careful. Not so bad.
Anghel,
so this...
he like grabs you by the shoulder with a very concerned look. Tell me, have they been feeding you any strange looking plants?
Wait. No, I need this. No, seriously. So that means he doesn't believe any of it. Like Angel told him everything, he didn't believe it.
This roll was not for the believing part, but for the explaining stuff clearly part. So your explanation was so nonsensical that he thinks you're on drugs.
Okay. So maybe I can make it better. Wait, I'm not sure. I'll have to see if I have anything that relates to it. Oh God. Also, my character is more than that. Okay. Wait, where am I? Okay. To explain things clearly. Yeah, I don't have anything. Wait.
That was on me. That's not you guys didn't hear anything, but there was a sound on the recording. That was on me, audience, not on you guys.
Okay. Weirdly enough, I don't have an aspect that says he's mute. That's really weird.
Duly noted.
Because I thought that I could use that as like, okay, he's mute, he's trying to explain himself better. But like, I don't have that. I can't believe it. Where does it say he's mute? That's so weird.
In his name, and his description.
Right in his name. Oh God.
But you cannot use your name as an aspect.
I can't believe it. What a letdown. Okay, I really don't have anything.
Okay, so same thing I mentioned. Your explanation is so nonsensical and confusing that he like stops you midway and asks you if basically Muninn and Illona have been feeding you drugs.
Buy some death sticks.
No, I'm just like, no. He's getting frustrated. I don't know what we're doing now, though. He shows him the orb. Does that help? Maybe.
What's this?
Is it glowing right now?
Yeah, though not intensely.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I'm just wondering, like, what we're doing now.
Like, he looks confused and very, very concerned about you.
What? So much for all of this. Well, I guess we'll have another chance another time, right? But right now, I don't know what we're doing because I can't, like... I mean, can Anghel try to explain again? Or, like, can I roll again? Or is that not a possibility?
But it will mean that more time will pass. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so... Okay, so maybe... Like, did Muninn and Illona, like, go already? Or are they still there?
I assumed they would have, but feel free to contradict me.
No, I don't see why not.
I actually didn't hear that.
Deli said, "I don't see why not," but I'm not sure I'm not sure what he means.
That they left, I think.
Right. There you go.
Okay, so I guess I can try again. I mean, for now, until they return.
Sure. Give me another careful.
Oh, please, God in heaven, please. No! No!
Anghel, calm down. All right, we'll get you some clean water, and Well, don't take any more food from your friends. Any food you eat, please make sure it goes through me first. I'm very, very concerned about you.
I think Muninn would Muninn overhear that?
Didn't you
Or not?
go to hunt the wolf?
Yeah, I guess. So probably not then.
I guess just like, he's just lost it at this point.
He's
I feel like he's
having a tantrum.
yeah, crossing his arms being like I don't know the world.
Joseph looks very concerned and mildly confused. But I will mention Anghel and Joseph, because you're the only ones in the village. You will see another traveler approaching, this time also one lone rider, but she looks very agitated, and she runs up to the customs guy. The customs guy goes to inspect whatever goods, and she yells at him to get out of the way. She has urgent news that she has to deliver.
Okay. I guess that catches Uncle's attention for sure.
And the customs guy will say, whatever urgent news you have, this customs is owned by Boyar Miron and you have to pay. And she says, Boyar Miron is dead. Get out of my way.
What? Shit. Oh no.
And the customs guy looks shocked and she says, what happened? We don't know. He suddenly collapsed, but he's dead and I have to get word. Move out of my way already. And the guy moves out of the way and allows the rider to pass through.
What? Angel's shocked, but I would assume that Joseph is taking the news harder.
He's very, very shocked and looks almost sick. And he says, he looks to you with an expression of horror and he says, the letter. What do we do about the letter? It might be useless now.
Oh, I can't believe it. No, that's really bad. Now Angel's really taking it hard. Oh shit.
And he
oh man.
he'll probably grab you by the shoulder. Above board, who has the letter? I think he has it, right?
Does he or Angel? I don't know. At this point.
Which letter is this? Is this the romance letter?
No, the
The one that the boy wrote.
Okay.
for you guys to be welcomed at the princess court, etc., etc.
I think Anghel had it. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think either Anghel or Joseph would have it. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I mean, I remember that we talked about this. Oh, good chat. I think Angel might have it.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Okay. Joseph will clap you on the shoulder and he says, Come on, we need to ride. We need to get to the capital as soon as possible before that rider gets there.
Oh shit! What? What are we doing? What about?
He probably notices your bewilderment and says, "The letter won't matter if the person who wrote it is dead."
Oh shit.
Yes, but Angus looking back at where Muninn and Illona went to, and he's torn. I don't know what to do.
Anghel, what are you thinking? Those people are murderers. They won't help you get your sister. The letter can, and we need to hurry.
No, Angel's nodding at where he said they won't. He says yes, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god.
Look, if you really need to stay and gather your friends, but I'm going. I need to get there. Can you give me the letter, please?
Wow, I guess, okay, Anghel kind of looks at him for a moment, and then he takes out the letter and gives it to him.
Look, gosh, you've never went to St. Paris before. Follow the road to Old Spring. It's the big city, the first one you'll see, and then take the road to the west. Head straight west. Keep asking, and you get to St. Paris. I'll try to meet you there. Okay, best of luck, my boy. And he will attempt to give you a brief hug.
Anghel accepts it. I mean, a little like hesitantly, blah, however you say that, but hesitatingly
Yes.
or something. Hesitantly, I don't know. Anyway, and then he would like, yeah.
He like grips you on the shoulder, and this is probably the most panicked and concerned you've ever seen Joseph look. And he says, "You take care now, all right?"
Anghel nods.
He like
and kind of pats him on the shoulder. I think he feels a little for him. Finally. Okay.
He'll do the same and like hurry on his horse, and he will actually like remove most of the supplies he's carrying and only keep like one bag of food so that he can go as fast as he can.
Wow. Okay.
And he will run off after the rider. Or gallop off, I suppose. Ride off. I don't know.
Wow. Okay. So I guess Anghel's now heading to find Illona and Muninn. Or,
If that's what Anghel wants to do.
I mean, would it make sense? Like, he could. Would it make more sense to stay in one place so they can find him because they know where he is? I mean.
I think either option makes sense. I think you guys established that you would be following Illona and Muninn, but feel free to do your own thing, of course.
Right, we did establish that. I guess so. He goes after where he saw them last, I guess.
Sure. And on that front, Illona and Muninn, as you guys are searching for any wolves or hawks, do you talk about anything while you do that? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Show&Tell.
Yeah, just a side note, the horses, do we have, is Anghel, leading them? Did we leave them somewhere?
Up to you.
Because I don't think we can just leave them. That would be weird. Okay.
If you want, you can ask the, customs guy to keep watch over them, but he's kind of distracted.
Yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm. So maybe Anghel's going kind of slowly with the horses, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, I don't know what else to do.
It makes sense to me. The other players can feel free to disagree or agree if they'd like. But if not, Illona and Muninn, as you guys are searching, do you talk about anything while you do so? Or should we just roll?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Muninn would ask what Illona saw. But I mean, apart from that, I mean, Illona didn't really divulge, did she? I don't know.
I assumed that she told
Sorry,
you
I'm
guys...
back. I had to, my computer went out of charge, so I was just gone for a second.
What's the last thing you heard?
I understood what's going on with the Anghel, but then I heard my name when Dely talked, so I'm a bit confused.
Basically, I asked you guys if you are talking about anything while en route to find any wolves or hawks or whatever, and Dely said, Dely basically asked, did Illona explain everything about what she saw? I assumed she did, but it's entirely up to you, Ashen, if you did.
I don't think I told you about who it was that I saw, the daughter, but I think I'll do that now on the walk. I'll go into more detail.
Okay. So you did sort of say it was the priest daughter, wasn't it? Or not?
Yeah, like the priest's daughter, but I don't think it was actually her. And like
Right.
how the priests were, and maybe also the pool of people.
Cool.
Just nonchalantly mentioning a big pool filled with the dead bodies of an entire village.
Yeah.
I didn't say nonchalantly.
We're like, oh yeah, I've seen one of those before. No,
Yeah,
yeah.
happens.
Muninn would be concerned, obviously, and he'd be like, oh, like bloody hell. That like the local equivalent of bloody hell.
I guess the literal translation of the local equivalent of bloody hell would be devils. That would be the literal translation.
Yeah. That's a good one actually. Devils. That's what Muninn would say.
Can you guys give me a careful to see if you find any wolf tracks or like hawk sightings?
Yes.
Both of you can, by the way.
Cool.
Illona,
Yeah.
you're a bit distracted, but Muninn, you are able to find wolf tracks.
Oh my gosh. I feel like Muninn would point them out if possible and say, like, look, there are like they would just point them out and be like, look, there are wolf tracks like over here. Like, do you think it would be worth following them? Like,
Yeah, good idea. Let's go that way.
Okay. How do you proceed? Like, are you trying to be stealthy? Are you trying to be quick? What's your plan?
I feel like I was gonna say, I feel like it would be good for both of us to be quick, but then Illona's stealthy is quite high.
Yeah.
You are traveling
I'm
as
also,
a group,
like,
though, so if they see Muninn, they will probably also see Illona.
Yeah.
I boosted my quick, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to test it out.
Okay.
Okay. So you're advancing, not really caring about stealth, but rather just trying to follow it because you're thinking, oh, probably the wolf's on the move somewhere and we don't want to lose the tracks, I imagine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
reckon so. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. As you draw nearer, can you guys give me another careful?
Yes.
Both of you.
Oy.
Damn.
Okay. That is insufficient for what I had in mind. I had in mind the difficulty 4. As you follow the tracks, you pretty much stumble upon the sleeping wolf and probably almost trip on it as it wakes up suddenly and will turn to fight you guys.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh shit.
You guys go first.
Do you want to go first? Do you want to go first, Ashen?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll try to slash its throat, I guess. Quick.
Sure. Give me a quick then.
Yeah.
You do slash it. It looks fairly wounded. Muninn's turn.
I feel like Muninn would reciprocate that and also replicate. I don't know. I'm thinking too hard. Muninn would do the same and so draw their dagger and like slash at them, like hoping to strike something vital.
That sounds like a careful attack because you're like carefully aiming for something vital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Ah.
Okay. You wound the wolf, and it looks to be on its last legs as it makes a desperate bite at... Which one of you do you think would have run into it? Actually, I guess the person who had the lower careful, so I guess, Illona, you're the one who stumbled on it. It will attempt to bite you.
Okay. I will dodge out of the way and use like my cape, the same as like the thing with the bullets, you
The
know?
matador?
I throw it out. Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like a flashy defense, I guess. I don't know, flashy or quick.
I'll go with quick in that case.
Okay. You will take 1 point of damage. Your level 1 stress.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay. As the wolf bites you in the shin. Your guys' turn.
By you guys, do you mean me? Or...
Either of you, because you guys have the same quick.
Okay.
And you guys decide which order.
Okay.
You go ahead this time.
Okay. In retaliation to the wolf biting Illona's shin, that was right, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay. In retaliation, Muninn would try to slice at the wolf's jaw in order to like unlock it in a way, so it's not like biting or like assuming that it's locked onto to Illona's shin. They would like, yeah, that makes sense.
Sure. Sounds once again like a careful attack.
Okay. Nice.
Do you want to describe how you killed this wolf?
Yeah. Maybe, so the wolf, let's say assuming the wolf, locked their jaw on Illona's shin, but if it didn't, then I guess it would go differently. But if it did that, then Muninn would...
It did that, yeah?
It did, okay. Muninn would jam their, knife into the jaw, into the, like, in between the jaw, like where the hinge is of the wolf's jaw. Jam their knife into that, twist it a little bit, and then like drag it up towards like the brain, maybe.
And yeah, as you do that, the wolf goes limp and releases its hold on Illona.
Alright, cool. Hell yeah.
What now?
I feel like tending to the bite mark is probably a good idea, but do we have like I don't know if we have any like anything that could serve as like a bandage or something.
Scraps of clothing can also
Yeah.
You probably don't have like proper bandages, but rather scraps of clothing. Above board, Illona's injury will go away provided you guys take a brief rest.
Okay. Alright, that works too.
Like in terms of game mechanics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe taking a brief rest wouldn't be such a bad idea. Like if we like sat down for a minute and be like fucking hell, like, you know.
Yeah. I think like Illona would sit down and like take a breath and be like, "Cool, new battle scar."
Yeah. It's annoying because I don't think Muninn has their cloak anymore. I was thinking like, Muninn would wrap their cloak around Illona's shin, but they don't. I don't think they have it anymore.
Yes, I have a cloak as well.
Oh, you do too. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
Could use
Muninn would be
that.
Yeah. Well, Muninn wouldn't do anything, I don't think. But yeah, Muninn would sit with Illona and be like, "You're lucky you didn't lose that you're lucky you didn't lose anything with a bite like that, like pointing towards the sort of wound.
Yeah. I mean, oh, it would have been fine.
Mm.
That was not a strong wolf either, how? Too sleepy.
Yeah. Too sleepy indeed. Well, I mean, let's hope that it's not got let's hope that it's not got rabies or anything.
Gosh.
You're
Just what I need by now.
yeah. You're Muninn would probably say like you're already on track with a cold, or at least, and then like mine like a coughing sound like like that.
Above board, Moon, because you're a smarty pants person, your knowledge of disease is that it's spread by the bad air that an infected person emits, the miasma that the person emits.
Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. Okay. So coughing wouldn't necessarily indicate like a disease.
Well, like, are you asking if you would recognize the symptom as a symptom of disease? The answer to that is yes. If you're asking if you know that coughing spreads disease, iffy.
Iffy. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I was referring to the latter, but that's still interesting. Maybe Muninn would still like mime a coughing sound, but when they mean that, they specifically referring to the little girl that coughed in, not necessarily the action of coughing, but like the fact that a little girl coughed in Illona's face, if that makes sense. It's the act.
Oh, sorry, Ashen, I just saw your Discord message.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I honestly intended to see what you guys were going to do with the wolf to actually potentially contact that god, but I think we can leave that for next time if need be.
Oh my god, that's true, yeah. Alright, cool.
Do you guys all agree?
Yes.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. So, thoughts on today's today's episode?
The message of peace and loving.
Yes.
I thought it was great. I really love the development between Anghel and Joseph. Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it was a good session.
I honestly did not expect for the development to happen either. Like, I thought you guys would probably like leave it for later, but fair enough. All's well that ends well, I suppose, and it happened right before he left.
Yeah.
So sweet. Perfect timing.
Yeah, it really was. It really worked perfectly. I felt that.
Yeah.
What, like, any thoughts on like the specific events and sort of revelations of today?
The guy chasing the dragon was good. A nice touch.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
that was really interesting. His name made me laugh. Like the literal,
That's for sure.
yeah, the literal translation of his name made me laugh. But the actual the character itself or himself was really interesting because you don't really. I guess like hearing about slaying dragons is quite I don't know how to put it, but like hearing him saying like, "Oh, I'm off to slay a dragon," it was quite like I guess
So for a
comical?
moment there, I was thinking like, oh, okay, wait, is this the normal thing that happens in the?
Yeah,
For a moment there, I was like,
it's like traditionally in fantasy, I guess it's like normal, but like in this particular like world, it's like what? Like you're off to slay a dragon?
I mean,
yeah.
a dragon would be something like something that you would hear in children's stories. honestly.
Yeah.
And I guess if you're particularly like if you're in a village in the bum middle of nowhere and you hear a story about, oh, there's a dragon to the mountains too that you see on a clear day to the west or something, you might believe it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like today's episode was very like inviting for new things. There was like a lot of opportunities to go with different like options.
Yes.
So felt very free. Liked it.
I hope to do that in the future as well, as in give you guys options and not force you quote unquote down any path.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, too many options. It just leaves us like okay, what do we do? Okay, but it's fun.
You're not going
but like
to
today we were so decisive. Just like
Show&Tell, you're not gonna like Skyrim.
go ahead.
It's just gonna take me a while, I guess. Every time there's a choice, I'm like, okay, what are we doing now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Guess we'll see.
Okay. Just to sort of speed things up, for Ashen, any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Me neither. It was just very nice.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay. Then, dear viewers, once again, thank you for watching and listening to us. I will ask these lovely people to babble on about themselves and how awesome they are. And I've decided arbitrarily that Ashen should go first because time crunch. Ashen, can you please go ahead and talk a little bit about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, I'm Ash, and you can find me on Instagram if you like paintings and such. And you should also really check out Dely and Show&Tell and all of the rest of Teeironor stuff. Everything's awesome here.
Thank you. And yeah, do check out Ashen's stuff. She does amazing drawings on Instagram. Thank you very much, Ashen. Next is, I actually rolled dice for, and the dice have decided that we're going alphabetical again, meaning Dely should go ahead next and talk about themselves and how awesome they are. Dely, can you please go ahead?
Of course. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I am Dely. I am a Goblin VTuber outside of these sessions. That means on Twitch.tv, I stream variety. I've been streaming a lot of Zelda recently. Although streams at the moment are going to be a little bit weird because of hardware issues. But if you'd like to come along and say hi when I'm live, do feel free. Also, Ashen, Show&Tell, and Teeironor are very, very cool. So you'd be better off saying hi to them. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
This is supposed to be like your guys' moment to shout yourselves out, not ours. But thank you, Dely. And next we would have Show&Tell. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes. Hi, I'm Show&Tell. I have a YouTube channel on which I react to anime mostly. And I also have an Etsy shop. And everyone else is also awesome. I don't want to be left out.
Okay, now I might be left out, I suppose. Joking. Okay, thank you, Show&Tell. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series, which is a lot of fun, and another series that's been going on for a longer while set in the Warcraft universe that I would also highly recommend. But also do check out everyone else in this Discord call, show, etc., because they are all very lovely people and they deserve your views and attention and everything else, I suppose. But yeah, other than that, thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We will be back next week most likely, and we will see you then. Goodbye, everybody.